Okay, my screen is visible. Anyone is response me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
visual.
sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so we have discussed first thing, that is a process instrumentation and control. Okay, so and we have to know the basic definitions of the process instrumentation and control. So in this process instrumentation and control, it is a vast area of any industry. You have to control the total operations from a control room, and monitoring overall 24 hours 365 days. Okay, so it has different parts. So it is a, that is a hardware part. Sometimes it is also, that is a software related instrument we have to use, software programming. So it is a different parts of this instrumentation and control sections. So first we have to know the process. It is defined as a set of operation from the perform the physical and chemical transformations. Okay, so in our process industries, anything you have to examine that there are lots of industries we have to see in our nearby, that is energy generation industries, fertilizer industries, chemical industries. So in these industries we have to operate, that is physical or chemical transformations. That means physical means that is pressure control, that is a level measurement, that is flow measurement, temperature measurement or temperature control. So these are the basically physical state of our industry oriented we have to control. And another one, that is a chemical transformation. That is chemical transformation, that is one material it is deformed or any other state is changes, that is one form to another form. We have to manufacturing the different types of product according to our criteria wise. Okay, so these are the basically perform of physical and chemical transformations or a series of transformation. That means series, that means one by one. That means one power generation industries. There are lots of part by part, that is one sector to another sector. It is also another connected. So this is series of transformation. That is the first thing it is observed. Then it is also raw material we have to distribute it. Then this raw material it is sorted. Then this material it is heated. And so these are the basically basic process one by one. So this is series of transformation in which the fluid or solid materials it is converted into the more useful state. So these are the basically total. It is called the process or any process plant industries working cultures. Okay, so these are the basically different types of examples we have to know. So this energy generation, where the energy is generalized, that means hydro energy, that is a thermal energy power plant. Okay, so the nuclear energy power plant, where we have to generate the different types of energy in different form. That means it is also, that is when you have to use the coal, that is the you have to heat the coal, then this heat it is also another is generated, the another type of electricity generated. So this is a one form to another form, it is also changes. So another one, it is example, that is we have to use as a nuclear power plant. So this is a nuclear material, that is a chemical deforms, that is a chemical we have to use it, that is the one material, that is we have to changes this nuclear material one form to another form, we have to change it. That is example, that uranium, all of you know, that is uranium, plutonium, thorium, etc. So these are the basically nuclear material. So this nuclear material we have to use in our nuclear reactor. So this nuclear reactor it is heat generated and penetrate the material, that is a uranium, plutonium, sodium, radium, etc. So in that case, the power it is also, that is the heat is generated, and then this heat it is converted the energies. These are one type of energies. So these are the basically one example. This is a basically one industry, that is it is also controlled by the control variable in the measured variable into the output you have to given, input you have to given, and corresponding you have to receive the different types of output sections. Okay, number two, this is the electric power transmission and distribution systems. All of you know where the power it is also generated, this power it is also transmitted one place to another place. So this is also another one. This is also controlled by these process instrumentation devices or mechanisms. Number three, that is the chemical and petrochemical industries. All of you know where we have to use different types of chemical material. Okay, so that is a naphtha. Naphtha, one type of one chemical. So this is a use for our different types of industry-oriented product we have to manufacturing. So where we have to use the different types of petrochemical, that is a petroleum, diesel. So we have to generate the or manufacturing the different types of petrochemical products. So these are the basically examples of the one process plant or instrumentation plant. Then number four, metallurgical industry, where different types of metallurgical, that is different types of metal we have to use it, and one form to is changes in the another. That is steel plant. Okay, so in the steel plant, all of you know the iron ore we have to raw material we have to use, and not only iron ore. In this iron ore, we have to mixed the chromium and another types of material as per our requirement of manufacture of particular materials. So we have to use different types of material, and then it is also deformed, that is it is also changes another types of form. So this is work done by these metallurgical industries. Number five, that is a traffic control systems or transformation system. So all of you know these traffic control systems. In a metro city, we have to see in the traffic lighting system, that is a traffic control system. It is automatic, it is working. Okay, so in that case, traffic control system, we have to use different types of microcontroller programming, or we have to use microprocessor. Previous day, we have to use this different type of microprocessor. So in the corresponding view, basic microprocessor, and it is also advantageous in the any other big type of devices where we have to use it in small area or small places. But nowadays, this microprocessor, it is also changes one microcontroller chip. So in this help of microcontroller chip, we have to implement it one program in the microcontroller chip. This microcontroller, it is working according to their working culture by the programming basis. So this is basically controlled by this microcontroller chip. So in this traffic and transformation systems, we have to use this one control system, that is a one process instrumentation system. Whatever we have to use this in our process industries. Number six, paper and pulp processing industries. So in this paper, where paper it is made, okay, that is a newspaper and anything is paper. That is, you have to use as book and exercise books, that is diaries. So it is a paper made by the paper. So in this paper industries or pulp, that is where the paper and raw material we have to produce, that is a pulp. So this is the one type of process instrumentation examples. Okay, so number seven, that is a food fermentation industry, where the food industry, that is where food and fermentation industries, where different types of foods we have to produce, that is cold drink, that is your chips, that is a packetized foods. So we have to use different types of packetized food. Okay, so this is a food and fermentation, that is bakery industries. So lots of examples are present here. So this food and fermentation industry, it is the one type of examples of the process instrumentation and control industry. Number Okay, so these are the basically examples
Hello,
of the.
sir.
Yes, yes, hello,
Hello.
yes,
Hello.
hello, am I audible?
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, Abhijit, bolo.
Hello.
हाँ, hello, hello.
Sir, digital, sir, it was a digital class, sir, from 12th o'clock today. Sir.
Today
Sir
digital
has
class.
texted to join the class, sir, now.
Digital class.
Hello.
हाँ, hello, hello.
Sir has asked to join now the class of digital, sir. Kostura Kanti, sir.
But in your routine, there is a one blank slot, so that's why we have to
Hello.
class is first. Hello, right? Hello.
Hello. हेलो सर.
Yes, yes.
सर डिजिटल का क्लास था सर, अभी तो सर
हाँ, अभी
मैसेज
सर
करे
के
कि
साथ
ज्वाइन
बात हो
करने
गया
सर.
है। सर के साथ बात हो गया है। सर
हाँ.
उस क्लास रिशेड्यूल कर देगा आप लोगों को। ठीक है, अभी अभी ये वाला
अच्छा,
क्लास
सर का क्लास
कंटिन्यू।
कैंसिल हो गया, ठीक है.
हाँ, सर का क्लास आज के लिए कैंसिल है, वो
और
दूसरे
ठीक है
वाला
सर.
टाइम में आप लोग। ठीक है, so we have to
ठीक है
continue.
सर.
Okay. So these are the basically examples of the process industries, process instrumentation and control. Then we have to discuss that is the environmental system, where we have to control the one metro city of we have to different prospect of the environmental control rules. Okay, so many industries we have to follow. There are lots of pollutions are occurred. Okay, so that is a different types of slags, different types of raw materials, that is a water. Okay, that is a dirty water. So these are the different types of environmental rules we have to produce, we have to apply different types of industries. So so that's why we have to control the pollution control of the environment. Then number 9, that is a mining instrumentation. We have to know in the mining instrumentation, that is we have to collect the coal. That is also another one, that is a collect the gas, different types of gas, that is the LPG we have to use in our house. Okay, so these are the basically mining industries. In that mining industries, we have to uses different types of instrument, whatever we have to uses in this technique, that is process instrumentation and control. Then we have to last, that is a laboratory and equipment, that is laboratory equipment production, where different types of lab oriented equipment we have to manufacturing. So in this laboratory equipment production industries, it is a one type of process instrumentation examples. So these are the basically examples area of the process industries, where we have to define the state of operations in the perform of the physical or chemical transformation. Okay, so in these definitions we have to learn, that is a three basic knowledge, that is process control industries. It is a series of actions or operations conducting to the end. That is, we have to discuss, that is a one by one step. That is, you have to first, you have to collect the raw material, then you have to use the raw material in the furnace, then it is also heated. So these are the basic one examples. So this is a series of actions or operations it is conducting to the end. Number 2, it is also denote, that is a asymmetric series of operations of the in productions units. Number 3, also we have to tell, that is it is a course of operation, natural or artificial. Okay, so in our modern day we have to use different types of instrument, which is also automatic control we have to use. Okay, so these are basically either this operation it is natural operations, another one is the artificial operations. So the concluding part, this process plan, it is a basically a set of the different production unit or processing unit or functions also. So in this process unit or production unit, it is designed, that is a different types of hardware element. So that's why we have to use a different types of motors, different types of valves, different types of wires, different types of pipes, and different types of fittings. So these are the basically different hardware unit we have to use this in the production unit or processing functions for the process plan. So in this different types of hardware we have to uses in the process industries. Okay, so these are performing the to achieve an overall objective or producing some product or group of the related products, that is also either physical products or that is a chemical product. So in that case we have to tell, so this process plan, it is also operations that perform physical or chemical transformations, okay, or a series of transformations in which the fluid or solid materials are converted into the many more useful stuff. So please remember these things. So these are the basically process hardware unit we have to use in our process industries. That is different types of tanks, different types of pipes, fittings, then motor, different types of motor, fabs, coupling, measuring device, and any others, that is different types of valve, okay, different types of control switch we have to use as any process plan. So in that case, this overall process, it is also objective or producing some product or group or related products, either it is chemical or it is also physical changes. Okay, so in the process industries, basically we have to control the different types of external conditions. So these external conditions we have to call the process variable. So one question it is also coming in your exam, what is process variable? So please remember this thing. Process variable, it is the performance of industrial process, any process industries is influenced by internal and external condition. It is called the process variable. So what is the basic examples of this process variable? So this is temperature, that is level, that is flow, that is pressure, dimension, weight, volume, speed, voltage, position, acceleration, force, etc. So these are the basically process variable. So each and every process industries, we have to control this type of process variable. Okay, so please remember these things. What is process variable? And these are the basically process variable we have to control of the different types of process industries. Okay, so this control of process variable is achieved by the control equipment. Okay, so in that case we have to control the temperature. So in that case we have to use the temperature monitoring device, that is temperature monitoring device, that is example RTD. Okay, that is also we have to use thermistor. So and also where the temperature it is also high temperature, that is pyrometer, optical pyrometer, radiation pyrometer. So this type of devices we have to use is these temperature devices. So in your syllabus we have to elaborate the discuss in the any physical parameter change, that is flow measurement, level measurement, temperature, pressure. We have to discuss one by one in broadly in the other modules. We have to achieve this one by one. So this process industries, this control variable, that is process variable, it is achieved by the control equipment. That is also example electromagnetic valves. So this is the examples, one examples, different types of valves we have to use in process industries. So this electromagnetic valves and transformer tap positioners and also different types of controllers we have to use. So in this controller part, there are two units. One is hardware element or hardware unit. Another one is the software program or software unit. So I have to give in one examples. Okay. So is this clear all of you? So please respond me anyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in this process variable or process equipment, so we have to classify the two units. One is the electromagnetic valves, another sorry. One is the hardware element, another one is the software element. So in this hardware element, so we have to use different types of valves, that is electromagnetic valves. We have to use different types of switches, which is control the overall operations. We have to use the different types of transformer tap positioner meters. We have to use different types of controller. So in your previous semester, you have to read there is a control system, that is PI, PD controller. You have to also clear this controller idea. So in this process industries, we have to use different types of controller part. So this controller part, it has a two sections. One, when we have to use the PLC, that is a programmable logic controller. So this programmable logic controller, where we have to use different types of programming. Okay, that is we have to use a ladder diagram, ladder programming. That is we have to implement the different types of program in the controller chip. So according to this programming implemented, this microcontroller basis programming or any other devices we have, that is PLC, that is SCADA system, that is DCS distributed control system. So these are the basically operations of the software oriented device. Okay, and also another one, it is final control element, that is also called the valve, that is a control valve. So these are the basically main things. Time space aspects also. So these process industries, it is are situated in the production environment and are affected by time space aspects also. So these aspects determine this character, different types of character we have to use. So in the process industries, we have to follow these five main process characteristics. First, that is the speed. This speed, it is also classified into two categories. Either it is slow or it is also fast. Slow response or fast response. So we have to examine this first process characteristic, that is the speed. Number two, that is spacing, that is lumped spacing. Another one is the distributed technique, distributed spacing we have to use is process industries. Number three, there is a continuity. So this continuity, it is also classified into two categories. One is the continuous form, another one is the discrete form. So this continuous and discrete, it is also overview of the continuity test also. Number four, that is a periodicity. So this periodicity, it is also classified into two categories, that is a cyclic operations, another one is the acyclic operations. So this periodicity it is also uses in our process characteristics. Number 5, that is a determinancy. So this determinancy it is also classified into two categories. One is the deterministic, another one is stochastic. So these 5 process characteristics we have to uses in our process industries, that is speed, spacing, continuity, periodicity, and also determinants. Okay, so this time space aspects it's also influence in the complexity of the particular process. So this process it is also further classified into another category, either it is simple process or complex process, another one that is small process or large process, another one that is a natural or artificial, and another one is a continuous or batch process. So these are the basically classifications of the time space aspects of the process industry. Okay, so this is clear, it is clear all of you.
Yes, sir.
So please remember these things, these 5 process characteristics we have to use it. Okay, next another question. So this is a very important, what is the benefit, what is the benefit of the process control instrumentation? Why we have to use this process industries, or why it is required? So in our process industries, in the different types of industries we have to learn in our first slide also, there are lots of examples area we have to discuss. So in this process control implementations we have to provide different types of benefits. Number one, better regulations of yield resulting in better quality control. Okay, so this is a first one. So when you have to use any better technique, so easily you have to uh, control the your large time, you have to shortage time you have to implement it. So you have to receive the output section at a time, that is a lots of output you have to receive. So this is a better regulations of yield resulting of the better quality control. So this is the one first example, that is the first criteria. Number two, better utilization of resources like energy and raw material. That means you have to use in your industry different types of raw materials, you have to use different types of energy. So when you have to use modern techniques or modern equipments, so in that case you have to use that is a fully uses your raw materials or raw, that is a resources of energies also. So this is a better utilization method of uses different types of energy, different types of raw materials, etc. Number three, higher operating efficiency. So it is a number third, that is a important thing. There is a higher operating efficiency. It is also requirement. Okay. So number four, increase the production. So in our modern day, the market value it is also increases. So demand it is also increases. So according to demand, we have to produce the any material, that is food and beverage industry. So in modern day, the demand it is also increases. So different types of lots of amount of packaged foods is also disclosed in the anyhow whatever total country. Okay, so in that case, the increase the production rate, we have to use the benefit of this process control industries. Number five, improved reporting and recording of process operations and operator actions also. So when you have to use a different type of material, that is a control system. So you have to recording systems, that is a one by one time to time data is also calculated, or data is also printed. So just like you have to given you the format. So this is the improved reporting and also recording systems, which is process operation and operator actions also. Number six, it is very important, lower cost of productions. Okay, lower cost of production. So when you have to use any industries, process industry, so you have to examine this, the cost is very low, so production cost it is very low. Okay, then decrease the pollution. So you have to decrease, decrease the pollution level of your industries. So you have to use the advantages of the benefits of this process control industries. So pollution level it is also decreases also in our environment. And last, decrease the human drugity. Okay, so this is also another one, that is a, we have to use different types of material, different types of industries, so we have to decrease the human dependency also. So this operator safety, it is endures as the equipment, it is controlled by the setting in remotely place or any control room in a distant place from isolated or hazardous locations also. Okay, so these are the basically benefits of the process control implementation. So please everyone write your own name and roll number in the chat box also. And who is the CR? Abhijit. Please respond me, anyone?
Yes, sir. Sir, CR is not available yet.
Okay, so please Abhijit, you
Yes.
have to take
Yes.
take the screenshot participant list, and then after the ending the class you have to send me this participant list. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and everyone please write your own name and roll number in the chat box also. So this is the recorded for the attendance. Okay, so this is a, please note down these questions. So what is the benefit of the process control implementation? Okay, it is clear all of you. So please, you have to write this point. So this is the answer. Next, another one. What is the difficulties of process control implementation? So another class we have to continue in the next part also. Okay, tomorrow or to another routine class also. So these are the basically difficulties. So modern day we have to use different types of modernization techniques, modern instrument. So in that case, some difficulties are present in this process control implementation. So there are certain difficulties encountered in the implementation of process control arising this are the basically factors, that is nonlinear and non-stationary nature of the process industry. Okay, then unavailability of the accurate measurement of the control variables. It is another one difficulties also. Number 3,